I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I caught up to 3/4 of my work. It's unbelievable. 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 I did a piano code of 3, 1, and 3, and I lost the paper, but it doesn't matter. I know how to do it again. There's different ways and different cycles. Even the rodent coil, you can do 3, 1, and 3, and what 3, 1, and 3 means is it's a leap year. So you have to be able to pass over the birthright, which is the X marks the spot. X marks the spot. The minute you put an X over a circle, and there's got to be 2 circles, because one circle's got to hold the other one. So the minute you put an X over that circle, all of a sudden the outside circle that's holding it, well, in order for it to hold it, it must create a Y. In creating the Y, you create a V. You now have Y25, V22 equals to 47, and the time zone is inside when the X jumps in. So every time you create an X, and there is one X, but he has to have a lifeline. And that's the Magen David, the number 7. 7 and 5, 7 times 5, 7 plus 5 equals the 47, all the same, and he can jump right in. So the minute we put an X over a circle, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, automatically 96. Now we have the one crossing line. Since you have that one crossing line, and you won't have the X on the crossing line. Let me see if that's true. Circle, circle, X, X, X. Yes, the minute you put an X, that X is going to automatically cause 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Every time you put a line over a circle, you're causing 2 X's. 48. 48 is the number of the angels. Why? Because in the gematria tree of the roulette, the number, no, we can't do that way. We're just going to go to A and H and R, J, and K, all in the A family. H in itself says ace. You see, I can even make mistakes, but it wouldn't matter because the vowels that cover with it, they'll cover for the mistake that's made. So if I do make a similar mistake, it won't matter. Earth and Mars. One has this, the other one doesn't. This one is Earth. The question is this how they're holding us hostage? Or are they holding us hostage with this one? They overlap everything with this one. And the minute they overlap everything with this one, this 4 becomes 8. In 23 creation, in 54, 23 and the small one makes 68. That happens to stand for planet X. Now I'm so happy I'm caught up. I have not done this yet. I have done part of the organ grinder. This is going to be my hop, skip, and jump in piano. When I'm done the piano, it's going to give me 7 numbers or 7 keys, and it's going to end. And the 7 keys have to say something. If they just give me any 7, then what I did is wrong. I'm not afraid to say, because either I'm right or I'm wrong. I'm hypothetically right or I'm definitely wrong. Pretty good, eh? I can be hypothetically right, but 100% wrong. The other thing is the U letter. First of all, let me change the subject for a second. For the last year, my cats have been crawling on the floors, and I've been finding these little tiny animals I've never seen before, little varmints on the floor. Tonight, my cat is sitting there and talking to it. Isn't that crazy? She's sitting there going, We are in the doghouse of 126. How do you want to do this? This is Urantia 21. This is Urantia 42. And the game of craps comes in and life begins. You roll the dice, you get a 7, you win. You get an 11, you win. Why do you win with 11? Because 7 of the Magen David gets 4. Same thing as the Einstein rule. Same thing, just doubled over. Torah is the bull. Torah's got 2 handles on top making 11, and 2 handles on the bottom making 11, and in between it's got the scroll. So you scroll because that's what we do when we look for things. We scroll. You really want to know about the 2 dice? Well, I'll tell you about the 2 dice. 2 dice, when you have 3 dice, you have 63. Now you have creation, and Jupiter is now involved with 6336. You have the creation of 6 inside of Jupiter and here. Why? Because the 6 key, the 6, you put an E inside there, a Greek E. You split this dice apart, and you're sending out the 2 worlds. Or you turn it this way, and you're sending up the 3 worlds that way, and it's coming down the 3 worlds this way. I don't know exactly how it works yet.
Now, 63, then you get 84. 48, 84, it says space and Barack Obama. Then it's 105. That's what happened in the Boston massacre. And it's also 165. 165, let me think about it. 16 is the one spirit of 6, and 65 is 11, and it creates the game board of Monopoly, 56. I know it's not that easy to understand. I have a vision of what I'm seeing. And anyways, as we go on, where is this? Then we get 84, and 48 is the same thing, except when you go 8 by 4 is 32. That's the backdoor cross. Because, you see, okay, anyways, let me finish. And 8 plus 4 is 12, which is 3. 32 is 5, and then 3. And it's also that's matched by 5 times 8 is 40. 5 plus 8 is 13. You get 53. And if you do it with 5 and 5, which is exactly 2 different worlds, 5 in this world and 5 in this world, you get the same result but the opposite way. The only thing you have to do is re-add the numbers in this situation. I'm not going to add the zeros. I'm going to do it a little bit quicker. 8 by 5, 8 plus 5 equals 53. 53 plus 58 is 108. There's 2 dice. There's 3 dice. There's 3 dice. In between each dice is a space. 110 on the Twin Towers. So you get 108. Now you take 85 and you put it with 58 because, 53, 85 and 53 is 141. Is that what it is? 85 and 53 is 138. 138 brings you to 3 by 1. We have 7. And on the other side, we have 24 and we have 35. So we end up with, okay, it's too tough to start explaining all this. I didn't want to go there. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to rush. I'm not a Russian. I didn't want to do this. So I'm not going to do it. I will show you a piece that I started this morning that I'm going to redo tomorrow. This is the Halloween. And the most unluckiest days of the year between the Mayans in here. 703, 107, 6-man gets the center. 703. 116. 52 and 64. What is 52 and 64? 0 is 64. 6 is 52. So when you're passing through the middle and you get 52, the reason you get 52 is you got 5 on your back and you're in 2 in the beta world. It's on the 7 card. 6 equals 52. 0 equals 64. The total is 116. These are all the initials of all the letters in the days of the month. Not only that, but 58 is on the gematria tree in the one position in which the number 10 and 28, which equals 38, which is creation of the heavens, and it's one in one world, one in each part, fair at this time. Where am I? Wow, I put down the book and I lost my place. I'm really sorry for this video. So anyway, yes, we were adding up 116. So we also get 58 when you say Venus. Venus 2. Because the word 2, T, which is the transmission of the world order of Venus. She rules. The heart is through Mercury, the blood, that keeps us to the ground. You see this? I got pennies in here. They won't stick to the pennies at all. I've got this 6 months, and they cake on the pennies, but they keep falling off. That's why they needed to practice on us. What are they putting in our food? What are they doing? All the dietitians, they're really, I'm lost for words tonight, but that's okay. The other thing is the talus that we wear. Here's that piece of the talus. Our neck goes right here, just like in the Matrix, and then you have the rest of the talus hanging down. They got control of you, or the neck is where our good God puts it in. Otherwise, he's shoving it up our butt. Who's shoving it up our butt? The doctor's got his fingers there all the time for the hemorrhoid, the thyroid, the synthroid, all roids. You know what a roy is? Roy is a king. He's a god and he's a king, and I know because I know Roy. I know Roy personally through the internet. I never met him. He doesn't exist, but somehow, here's New York's apple in the middle of the cow, the black and white cow. Turn this ear, turn that ear, and mix everything up.
Oh, no. Anyways, I'm not really happy with my stuff. February, March, oh, there's just so many things. When you count, right, there's a leap year. Okay, so you have to count 3 of the regular years and then the leap year. Or what you count is you count 365.25 or forget about 365 completely and always go to 366. And at the same time, 366, take away the 6, is 306. 306 is going to be Tuesday. 6 times 6 is 36 and 12 is 48. Not good, because 48 says space Barack Obama. Barack Obama, okay, if I'm going to show you this right now. Let me see where this is. I want to show you how that works. And I'm going to probably do this again because either, you know what, sometimes it'll work out, sometimes it won't. Here, this is the roulette. In the roulette, these numbers, 11, 8, 14, 17, 20, 23, all these numbers are in the center. 14 is red, 23 is red, 32 is red, 3 and 2 is 5, 2 and 3 is 5, 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is 5, but that's below. 8 and 11 makes your moon 19, but you need a lower moon and a higher moon. So you go 11, and you need number 26 to connect your moon. Why? Because you need a total of number of 37. 3 by 7 is 21. That's your cube. 3 plus 7 is 10. That means you're man. You got the cube and the man. Means you got the man in his mind. Man in his mind. So what you do now, we go to 20. Oh, let me just refocus on something. 6 green and pull. 8 later is 14. You have to start at 14, okay, and you go up to 20. 6 later, the opposite of what the pull ball says, because these are 2 green pull balls. 6, 1 and 4 is 5. And that's how it all started. 1, 2, 3, 4. ABC equals 6 plus D4 equals 10. That means delta angle of the good old Lord is number 7 before anything began, but he's 7 with 4 letters. Stronger than anybody else, and I'll probably forget this. I remind myself and I forget and I remind myself. It happens and it goes away. I like when the light comes off my head, splitting down between my eyes. I'm ready for all surprises, because there's no more surprises. I've been through this already. So let's get back to this. So what happens is once we get, okay, 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times your 6 because we put the 6 man in 2 worlds. 2 plus 6 is 8 because we divide them, is 8 and pull between every number. We end up with 26, 12, and 8. Makes 20, and we keep coming back to 20. So we go down 6 to 14. That's the cross on your back. And then we'd have to go up 6 to 26. So we'd have 14 and 26, which would make 40, and the game of Monopoly. But we have 40. We must add 6 to make it 46. 4 times 6, 4 plus 6 is 24, and 10 is 34. But because we had a 10, we have to go back 6 again. So it just keeps going back around and around and around. So now what happens is now we have to go down a level. We're making a bet. Here's a bet. I bet a chip on numbers 20 and 17, 35 to 1. We were just talking about 35 and 53. And besides 35 and 53, I work it in French. In French it says 35 or 35, which says TEC. So I add up TEC and then I multiply it by the number. I use the initials of the number to add them up and then multiply that number with its own numbers. That way you don't lose it. That's the way they did it. They reserved everything in its own number. And guess what? A lot of the numbers say Eva and heaven. Because E is E.T. It says this and that. So when we go down here, we go automatically up to here. This is our birth 29. Once you get your birth 29, you automatically have to come to the 8. Because it's in the 8 heaven. 8 and 29 will make 37. You always have to make these numbers. You always have to know that when you land on a number, sorry, I told you a wrong thing before. Right on the number is 35 to 1. But if you're halfway between 2, it's 17 to 1. Because that's what it is, halfway between 2. I hope this video works, you know. The mustache. One of the things for the mustache. I'm going to show, here's that thing I was telling you about all the
the darts. You see the heart? Three lines create 6 points to create 2 bubbles. You have to remember everything, everything. This is the same as my talus on my back, okay? But there's a what's it called in here? A way to calculate everything. You automatically get Neptune and Neptune. Over here, you're going to get 6 and 4 and 6 and 4. You're going to get Mars and Saturn, and you're going to add them up together, and it's going to end up to be 7. So it's going to be 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. But you do know we were talking about 7 and 4 before. Is that correct? 747, a jet plane, but the chicken don't fly. The wings got clipped. Oh, another thing is, I'm all over the place, but I'm throwing it out just in case somebody writes it down. This is Rubik's Cube. You got 6 T's, 120. 120 value equals 126. 126 is 6 times 21 in the Urantia world to give you the doghouse with a spirit on your back. 1, 2, and 6. When you multiply 2 by 6 and 2 plus 6 again, you're at 20. But now you have the 1 dot spirit. Now you got 21. 6 by these T's end up to be 120. 120 is adding up from the number 0 all the way up to the 15 pool balls equals to the 120, which automatically, again, add 6, you're 126 again. So 6 times 21 is 126. We're in the dog pound, and we got a penny on our back. But inside of here, you see, no matter what you do, why do I add the 6? Because it turns 6. This thing manipulates 6 items, but it'll only move 4 and 2 and 2 and 4 at a time. So that's the end of that. I'm throwing a lot of things out here because we're going to be a big group, and everybody's going to take a bunch of stuff, and we're going to work on one thing at a time. And if that never happens, that's my wish. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. K, Sarah, Sarah. K? Oh, shit. That's in the angel heart family. I like K. 1 and 1 make K. It also makes M. It also makes K and M. Because when you play cards, it also creates the jack, because the jack's the 11th card. And if you add up 1 and all the way to jack, you get 66. 6 by 6 is creation of 36, plus 12. You got 48 angels on your back. I hope I can fly. 747. Another thing I was going to show you, I'm going to go all over until I get back to what I was saying. This is the board. In this board, I will cut every single corner. Why do we cut the corners? Because we put an electric eye in it, like in a bag. You know, when you put something in the corner in a bag, you cut it out, it stays in the position. You got 2 sides holding it in. I have V. Here's your V. The V takes up 1 and a half. 1 and a half and 1 and a half. That's the same thing. 1 and a half and 1 and a half is 3. 3 for creation. We have 4 of those going around the board. We have 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Then we have the L, the Christmas sock. Now we only use 1 here on the top. So we add up the whole top. Then we use the side here. So we add up 2 rows on the side. And this would be the horse when you play Monopoly. V22, L12, total 34, Earth and Mars. It's always going to work out because that's the way they built the system, to be perfect, so they don't make any screw-ups. You know what I'm saying? We screw up all the time, not them. So that's this. Now the other thing I wanted to tell you about that is screwing up all the time. That's a funny word. It's a funny word. I've got to think of why I said that. But before I say that, I want to show you something else. This, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the corners of 1 and 5, in the corner of 3 and 5, in the corner of 7 and 5, in the corner of 9 and 5 are these numbers. These numbers, 3 and 7, 4 and 6 equals to the 10-10 world. 3, 4, 4, 4, 3. I'm going to be doing this using only 3, 1, and 4. That's it, nothing else. I have to finite and break things down to understand where they went when they began. I need to know when they began. If I don't know when they began, part of it is a guess. Although it always works out. Now I came up with something else that's really funny because in the gematria tree, 21, 21, 21, 21. Okay, I'm back to Urantia, everything about 21. And what happens with 21, when you get 7 21s, 721 is 147. 1, 4, and 7, 1 day, 4 days, 7 days. Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, but they start on Wednesday. Why did it start on Wednesday? That's the reason for our 3 plus 1. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, hop over Wednesday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hop over Sunday. And you keep doing that till you used up all the days of the week. And then once you used up all the days of the week, and you come back to recycling what you used, do you know what happens? You start having you'll have 7 different days that'll take 52 days, if I'm correct, in order to run the whole cycle. And every time you hop over something, you're always going to hop over something different until you've repeated the cycle and done the cycle twice, because you need one of each. Twice. That's how it began. You following me? You jump over. Okay, let's say I jump over 3, and the next one I jump over 5. There's going to be a cycle that's going to show you until it repeats. Well, that cycle is going to tell us what they're doing, whether it's the 28 days of the moon, the reason for the moon. The 21 days on the dice does not cover the 28 days of the moon, so you need another dice. And in the piano, that's what happens, and that's why I'm working on it, because I already finished it, and it worked out. So 1, 4, and 7 is funny, because in between 1 and 4 is 2 and 3. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 5 and 6. And in between 4 and 7 is 5 and 6. Oh my God, the way it worked out, eh? This is also part of the rodent's coil, but I'm not too sure how I can jump 1 and 3 or 1 and 3. The block is cut. They open the legs, or they shift. The block falls out. They put a new block in. This is what I was telling you about the bag. You remember the bag I was telling you about? Well, these are eyes in the corner. This is the octagon. Okay? These are the eyes in the corners that you don't see. These are the eyes that are watching you in all the corners. Let's see what else we have done here. I know, I'm all over the place. Oh, this is what I wanted to find. Ah, the mustache, yes. Here, look at his mustache. See the way it loops up? See the way it's in between the nostrils? Your nostrils blow out this world and that world. This world gives to 2 worlds. 1 is up, 2 is down. W, M, whichever way you want to go. So you blow out. It comes to this way, it comes to this way. You have your mustache divided between 2 worlds. And this, when you put this on the roulette board, it shows you the 3 numbers in between, whatever 3 numbers you need. You can turn it sideways and it'll pick up a row of 3 numbers that'll be on one side or the other side. If you do it this way over the roulette board, you pick up 3 numbers. But if you do it this way over the roulette board, you pick up 3 numbers but on the same side, or you can pick up 3 by 3 right across. That's what the mustache does. That's why you have this over here. And you have 2 signs over here, one here and one here. A friend of mine named Norman told me it was the Torah. And basically it is the Torah because you're always blowing it out. You're always blowing up a storm. I wonder what it's all about. Planet Earth systems, planet Mars, planet. Planet? Let's plan it out. You want to plan it out? Okay. X marks the spot. This is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? But then if you really want, we can take one of these. And we can go down the rabbit's hole. This is what they do. They go down the rabbit's hole in one of these. It's water. It's the air. It's the water in the air that we breathe. It's the spirit. It's right in the air that we breathe. Everybody, and even the evil people, they're all breathing it. Everybody's breathing it. Everybody's breathing in the good of God. But our programmation is a little bit different. This little one is here is Venus. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. She stays the same thing no matter what she does. She remains herself. She ends up here 8. Venus runs out of Neptune. So whatever you know about Neptune and the Neptune moons, include it to understand about Venus. Now Venus all of a sudden hits into the 2 moons of Mars, and Venus goes into the moon of Earth. But it can't, because she ain't got a moon of her own, and if she wants a moon, you better get pregnant, because that's the only way you get a moon. Our sperm and our balls, I'm sorry to say all this, and all these sex organs, they're all fixed up to screw us later on. And they do. Here's a bowling setup. Here's the letter N. Now you can call it the letter Z. How Z and Zion make from this, I'm going to show you. Can you see Zion? You see anywhere that's Zion? You see? Tell me. Find me Zion. Come on. Find me Zion. Who's looking at this? Is this a Z or an N? Is this an I and this is an I? Or is that an O? Because I capped off my I with an O? That's Zion. That's how you do Zion. Because Zion is parts of two worlds. It's at the end of one or at the end of the other. The other thing I wanted to mention is this. See the W? See the W? See the W? See the W? This is how you cut out the exterior. This is the cap of one world. This is the cap of the other worlds. You run two corners, and this is where they shove the 5 on top of it. Because this has to run with this. This is your 4 and 6. You see the way they put an X here, making the Magen David? It's because Mars and Saturn come together, and man of Earth lives within. Because Earth is Earth, and spirit is water. And it's earth and water. They mix it up. They put it in a mixing bowl. They call it empty. Why empty? What do you mean empty? Empty? M? Mars? Mars? Martian? Martian. Empty Martians. Oh, marshmallows. Must be empty inside, I guess. So I showed you these two things, and here's your Magen David. This is the angle. You see this angle? I want to know where we actually live. You know why? Because this is Uranus. And it might be up your ass also, but it's an expression. This is Uranus. 303, I don't remember where I got it, but 303 or 363 is one day before the eve of the final moon. Now I'm going to go on, and I hope this works, and I know I'm all over the place, and I know it's a lot, and I know you guys have a lot to do, and I'm not going to be unhappy if you don't watch, and I'm not going to be unhappy about anything else, so don't worry. When you put man on the cross, you have the first angel spirit. The letter M is in Rubik's Cube, and it's the Rubik's Cube where letter M is right here. Just want to show you. This is M. This is the top part, and M is right here. This is the top part. You know when you spin Rubik's Cube, it's flat, and it's flat, and it's flat. This would be the single dot on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, all connect. But when you go down, the M is right here. The M and the N is right here. M, N, M. M, N, M. M, N, M. Men, men, men. Men, men, men. M and N. 27. I, R. International Residency. Or say it or call it as you want. Another thing is I found a lot of stuff that keeps telling me 20 and 15, which is 35, which is 53. We're coming to an end date. Yes, the mustache also that I missed from showing you. Where is that mustache again? What it does is it curls around the balls. There's two tires here or wheels here, and there's 2 wheels here, and they spin around the wheels, so the wheels keep turning round and round. It's hard to explain it all. Here, this is basically what it is. This is from the top. This is the fleur-de-lis. She holds on. Here's her wings. She holds on to this ball here and this ball here. She feeds it. Here's her feeder. 1, 2, 3, and here's the mouth. It's 2 worlds. Pi and pi. Pi splits up into here. This is the hat. You put this hat over your ears. You twist, tie this over here, the Cancer sign, and now here you are with your 2 eyes and you're ready to go in life. But you see this over here? This is the last part. There's no hips on an owl. This is the last part you're connected to. The last organ is hoo-hoo. Okay, now I wanted to show you that this mustache holds up those circles, and they just keep going round and round. And every time he breathes, they continue to go round and round. So where are those circles on us? I'm not quite sure, but that is the fleur-de-lis, and it's a 2-world split. Mayan, October, the dice, 303. Yes, we spoke about 303, which is 6 and 3 to the left, and 6 and 3 to the right. 6 times 3 is 18, and 9 make 27, and 27 is 54, and it's the number of the sun. But in this scenario, it's the number of the sun of creation, and not the sun that burns red in the sky. A, S, D, F, G, H, J, K, L are the bottom keys of your keyboard. And I'm not going to get into that story. I touch everything. You want to talk about the keyboard just really quick? That was terrible. I could have... Z and X. Z26, dog. X, cat. C, creation of life in the beta world on the cross of M and M. That's the bottom line. Second line is angel service resident delta. The man, the gateway, the heaven, the 6 and 4, which is the Mars and the Saturn connecting together. Then you get the K angel, K-A-Y, which is one side. You see the V? It shows you only one side because of that chevron. And the L is one wing. You only have one wing. And then on the top becomes the piano. Everything to do with the piano and the division of the two sides. And it divides where the T-R-E is because that's the angel residency. But what's mostly fun about this is Z is 26 and X is 24 equals 50. 56, 58. A and S equals 20. Q and W equals 40. 110 of the Twin Towers. Add 6 or 8. You add 6, you add 8. When you add 8, you got the two parts of the heaven. You have the angel resident, which lives because he has to live in the two areas. Just because we have two areas, it doesn't mean the other area is not good. It's just that they manipulated the other area and they capped you off with your vibrations, telling a different story. So this is the only way that gets 40, 20, and 50. And 50, which is the dog and the cat, which is the rain of all. Remember it says, it's raining cats and dogs. Well, it's raining cats and dogs because it's 26 and 24. And 50 cents, or the 50-cent piece, is half. And when you take the 50-cent piece, that's half. See? Half of the football field. 7 times 7 is 49. You'll lose a yard, so you start at the 48. 6 times 8 is 48, and it pays the spirit is 76. Did you understand? 7 times 7, 6 by 8. But 6 times 8, I have to work out 49. 49 times 47. So 6 by 8 is 48, and it's the spirit of 76. So here's the sun that would come up from the horizon. Is that correct? You see it's on both sides? But look at this one. I told you it's a 50-cent piece. It only goes on half of the side. This is the pool ball. They put it on one side, the pool ball, and it's the light, and they watch you. The other side doesn't lose anything. Nothing at all. They don't have to lose. They're everything of you. Whatever you lose, they gain because now they're in this way. It's like taking this dice, right, and it's pushing it to the other side. They become on the other side. They don't have to show anything on this side because it's their side. Once you give up this piece, it's their side too. So this becomes what you have to jump over every time you come here, because the 50 is how you came into this world. You took the 50. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. They just built the 50 off of exit 158, off the road of 158 and exit 39, 39 and 50. Everything leads to my house. House of Jacob. Crazy. Oh my God. It's just stupid thinking. Just stupid thinking. I go to the synagogue of the House of Jacob. The river down below where the synagogue is the Jordan River, and my burial ground is just around the corner from there. And I was in the chicken and pig business, porks and chickens, and it all is flying around. Abraham the pig. And the chickens that fly with one wing, they can never get off the ground. 747 of 1776 is what it's all about. Oh, it's so fantastic. You should feel what I feel. I'm loving it. I feel like McDonald's. Anyways, what I wanted to show you here is this is the mustache. It's holding up the dice cubes of each. There's 4 cubes. Each one does its own thing. And then it's this. 2, 4, 6, and 8 comes in. Who do you appreciate? Well, you better not appreciate them because we have to be odd. Because the minute we're not odd, that means we're the same as somebody else. And if we are, they can be controlling our own mind because they can be in our heads. So this is what the mustache does. And then the mustache takes up from here to here. This is the roulette board. This is part of the cycle. This is the energy cycle that I was speaking of. I'm not really sure which way I was going to go, but I'm trying to figure out if I do this, if it'll work. Here's the line, okay? Let's go 1. Now let's go. How would we do this? How would we do this? The line is here. The line is here. So let's go 1. That doesn't work. Let's go. See, what I have to do is I have to jump over this piece here. So I'm going to make a new one because I can't actually see this one. So let's see how this works, because this is the same way. Okay, let's see if we can do this together. Because after this, I have to put this on the piano. Oh, the piano has 36 black keys, 52 white, 88, 3 pedals, pedals of creation, 91, 7 times 13 cards in the deck, 91, 3 suits, because the other suit is a division, 3 suits, 273, 4 days later, 277, a child is born. 39 weeks of pregnancy, plus 4 days. Is that not correct? We need the 4 days because we need. The 4 goes right on top of this, and it doubles out the corners. But they actually put the 5. They put the 5 and the 1, makes 6, but it creates the letter K. Why? 5 and 6 is 11. And it says F. So let's jump. Let's go. We're going to go 1. No. 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, no good. Okay, we're not going to do that right now. This is also the tallest that goes around your neck. This is the cube that fits in here. You have the little strings that hang down. That's to touch the, it's like electricity, but it comes from down instead of up because it's the ground that we pick it up off of. I'm not really happy with my whole vision or whatever right now. Here's one I wanted to talk about. This one over here. 7286 or 88, 7286, but I put it down to 0. Divided by 8 equals 91. 91 times 3, 273. A child is born again. Take away 4136, which is 88 times 47. And how do we get 88 and 47? We multiplied 88, the initials in French, times its own number, and we get 41. The position here would be go, and this would be short line. Go short. Go short. Go short, catch the ball, because it's all about the epi. Epi epé, which means the pea pod of connecting our mind. When we take away one from the other, it gives us 3150, and that's exactly what it was. Creation of one spirit of the cat and the dog. And that's exactly what the whole thing is all about. So the numbers meet the other numbers. Follow me? This is 910, which will automatically make 918. Now you're talking about the angel resident. 72, 9 times 8 is 72. Plus 17 is 89. 89, 90, 91. You need 3 of them. Or if it was 6, you have 9 times 6 is 54. You create the sun. 54 plus 6 is 60. Plus 9 is 69. Plus 1 is 70. 70 becomes 76 or 78. And 78 are the 3 houses. 76 is the spirit of the creation of the split heaven. Now, I'm not sure if you really understand that. And there's a lot of things that if we added up the same number again, okay, where is it? If we added up the same number again and we got to 70, when we get to 70, okay, it's very different 70, because when we add that number and get to 70, it's off your block. Here's 70. See 70? What? Oh, I'm sorry, that's R. No. I wanted to show you 70. 70. I don't want to show you the R. I just want to show you the 70. Why does that R? And you know what we can do with that R, right? Because watch this. We've got a nest, and automatically we get 15 points because of this. 15 plus the 70 value. Let's do it easier. It's the 18th letter plus 15. O-R says gold. It also says the golden egg. When you use it as 70 plus 15, it's 85, and that's the speed of the matrix mind. If you're not following me, please ask me any question you like. I know I left out things and I haven't done some things, but I needed to get it up in the star system. I needed it in the star system, It had to be in the star system because once it's in the star system, I get to reflect with others, and I really appreciate it and thank you. And we hit exactly 40 minutes. Thank you for watching Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Remember, the blood and this, the lead that they put it in. I have this lead here for a long time. They've been playing with the pennies, and that's why they took the pennies off the market. Thank you for watching.